Hello.
Pay money.
Welcome to episode 21.
Oh,
Girl.
Does that mean mum and dad are going to give us the key to move out? Is that what happens at 21?
They gave us our bank accounts.
Oh, they gave us our bank accounts.
I got mine at 16.
Yeah, they should not have given me mine.
They shouldn't have given me mine at 16. Wait,
Bye.
how's about that though? Because Kyra and I have been working since we were like 4 years old. So we were quite fortunate that our parents put the money that we earned in a bank account for us that we got.
So if you did a voiceover that week, it was one of three things. It was you either you got $15
To spend
out of the money. So you either saved that, spend, or a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you always got $15.
That was the limit.
Yeah, that was what you got out of the money that you actually earned. But that went
because
into
you were
the bank account.
4 and you did not need that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they gave it to, so at 16 I dropped out of school, out of Brent Street, the performing arts school. Yeah.
You dropped out of your dance performing arts school at 16 and they gave you your bank account.
Yeah. Fuck. And they gave me my bank account and then they got divorced.
Fuck.
About like a month later and I was like, well, see ya. Spent that entire year just underage clubbing.
You did. That was fun.
That was when I met you on the streets of King's Cross.
That was when the dynamic changed dramatically. Although we were always pretty close, but that was pretty funny. Yeah. Honestly, we had some fun, didn't we? And there was always this kind of like, should I be out with you at these venues? I remember we were in a line to go into Club 77, probably. Sebs. And we were in this line and I think it was like your 18th or something, but it was the night, it was like 11:30 and you would be 18 at midnight.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, and you'd had a few too many and we were in that line and it was just not moving because Sebs only has a capacity of 4 people.
And I remember it being really bizarre that you came to Sebs with me because it was a bit of like a younger, like rattier crowd at that time.
Well, for who I was at that age.
For who you were at that age. Yeah.
But I was like, no, it's your 18th. I've got to be with you. This will be fun.
Yeah.
And I just remember we got almost to the front of the line and I took one look at you and the other people we were with and I went, yeah, you guys aren't getting in. I'm not, this is not a thing. And I'm pretty sure we went back to mine.
Oh yeah,
and just kicked it around the living room, but I was like, oh my god,
just kicked a tennis ball around the living room.
Yeah, probably for D. But I was just like, oh my god. But then you got better. There was a couple of festivals. I got
way better at holding my alcohol.
You did.
I'm very good at it now.
I was very good at it. Oh no. No, you did. I still don't really hold my alcohol, but yeah, you can indulge, don't you? You're a bit more of
I've held your hair back a few times.
It's true. Well, this mullet is growing on out, girl.
But I can't believe, so like that bank account was just gone.
Yeah. Very silly.
My little cushion.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's
you learn.
You learn. You live and you learn.
You never lose, Pearl. You only learn.
You only learn. Do you want to hear a headline for the day?
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Headline of the day.
Go on.
Should this be the new segment?
All right. Yeah.
NASA recruits alien hunters to find signs of life in outer space. Alien hunters. What do I got to do?
How do I sign
to
up?
be an alien hunter?
How do I sign up for that shit?
What is the induction process to be an alien hunter?
Oh my God. Could you imagine the interview process? Okay, I don't even want the alien hunter job. I don't want the alien hunter job. I want the interviewer. I want to be the guy who gives the job. I want to hire my own alien hunter squad. That is the goal.
That is so
in life. Because that is power beyond power. And also... Could you imagine the people that would watch? That's a reality TV show in itself. I would watch that show.
Yeah.
That's like, what was the Yeti thing
and
you used to watch?
Finding Bigfoot.
Finding Bigfoot. Oh, my God. You hear that? A Squatch.
The Sasquatch.
Sasquatch.
No, it's not.
No,
Do you reckon they exist?
Yeah, fuck yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I can't see why they don't or didn't at some point.
Like the Loch Ness monster?
Yeah, she's out there too.
Yeah.
She is so advanced, though. She's so clever. She knew the technology to find her was coming. So what she did was she sends out a sound wave that makes her look like a big ball of fish.
Yeah.
So she looks like a bait ball. So there was, hey, what's going on in that loch? It looks like there's a bit of a bait going on there. It's a bait ball. And then they're like, why is there a bait ball in a loch when there's no sharks in it? That doesn't make any wee sense. I think we need to get a closer inspection on this one. And then that's when they rowed out there in their boats because they don't have engines yet in Scotland, I'm assuming. And they only use periscopes because... and underwater ones, and with the look at that, and to be sure.
Wait, why did the Scottish?
Were the Scottish? Were they also pirates as well? Is that Irish now? I don't know.
I don't know if the pirate accent is the pirate accent Irish.
Yeah,
look at that.
Oh, where does the pirate accent originate from? It'd have to be the UK because they were swashbucklers, and all the sorts of. Well, it's not Somalia. And then because it's not the Caribbeans, that's just where Johnny Depp
Caribbean.
lives.
The Caribbeans.
All right, I probably got that one.
The classic pirate dialect, in fact, is not Irish, but rather a crude imitation of slightly similar West Country English. All right, cool. So we were on the right track.
Yeah, UK.
Arr.
Me hearty.
Yeah, right.
So the Loch Ness. God, Loch Ness. Lockie. Nessie. That's what I was looking for because she's a lady.
She's a lady.
Nessie disguises herself as a bait ball. They can't work out why there's a bait ball in the Loch Ness. And it's actually her. She's got the technology.
She's got the technology.
Same as the Yeti. Same as the Sasquatch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So that.
What other...
unicorns, griffins.
Do you know what my superpower I would want to be?
Leprechauns.
Imagine if... No, I don't think I want this, but imagine if there was... Ow. Imagine if there was a superpower where you could see... You know when you're in a room of people when someone farts? Like you see green gas when someone farts.
So your thing would be that you have gas vision.
You have gas vision.
Gas vision.
And I feel like that can come in handy.
Gas vision is going to be the title of our EP.
How many gas vision?
We're writing a song called Gas Vision.
It has so many double meanings, doesn't it?
Up in the club, got a gas vision.
Fuck me. I just thought about it the other day because we were sitting in a group and it was like definitely one person in this group has farted, but just no one's owning up to it. Yeah. I want to know.
Who did the silent but deadly?
Yeah, because I don't trust those friends.
Yeah. Oh.
Own it.
Yeah, own the fart.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Was it a group of girls or was it a mixed?
No, it was mixed.
Was it a mixed netball team?
Yeah.
Cool. Someone farted?
Someone farted.
Someone dropped a...
I should play netball.
Do you reckon
again.
they sharted?
Oh, no, but my friend did the other day.
Really?
Yeah. She loves telling that story.
Yeah.
She says she sharted down to her knee.
That's epic.
I know.
That's
it's
epic.
Really impressive.
That's an impressive shot.
I find myself talking about this a lot. At the moment.
My buddy was on a train in the UK after a big night, probably about 10 years ago, and he'd had way too much of everything. And he knew that the next stop wasn't for a while. And he just felt it come on. He was like, oh, well, may as well embrace it.
Do you know what my worst poo story is? Remember when I was, so I was like, I would have been 15 and I was like hanging down at Bronte with the Bronte boys. No. And like, so that day we went swimming just off where Bronte pool is. Yeah. And it was big swell and like we were doing this thing where you hold onto the bar and so like, and the waves wash over you. But the waves were so bloody strong. They just pushed me back up and smashed me up against these rocks, right?
Right.
This all started because of a poo story. But I'm washed up against these rocks and like one of the boys is like pulling me out and I've scarred my leg. It's bursting with blood. And I haven't even realized yet because my body's like full of adrenaline. Like I thought I was going to die. And then I look down at my leg and everyone's like, Pelt, like you've got to go get some stitches. And me in my head, I was like, oh, but I really want to go to this party tonight. Oh. And like I lied to my parents and I said I was staying at Mel's house, but I'm not. I'm just going to be around the corner at like this house party. Literally around the corner. Lied to them and told them that I was staying like
Malabar.
like 30 minutes away when I was just around the corner. I could have gone home.
Yeah.
And anyway, I had my 2 cruises at this party because I didn't go. I just strapped it up and left an open gash on my fucking leg, which I've still got a scar from, by the way. Proceeded to have the worst night of my life. Should have gone to hospital and gotten stitches.
Yeah.
Drank my 2 cruises, was really like, was crushing on this boy.
Oh no.
And then I was like, oh gosh. Every time I had 2 cruises when I was 15, I would just throw up. Like I had a 2 drink minimum.
Right.
And maximum. Anyway, I went into the toilet to throw up and I threw up. And then as I was turning away to like go look in the mirror and kind of clean myself up, I flicked the toilet seat down and didn't look at the toilet seat. And then I was cleaning up. It was done. Brushed my teeth. Didn't brush my teeth. That would be weird. I was at someone else's house.
Yeah.
And I leave this bathroom and then someone goes, oh, Foxy shat on the toilet. And I was like, what?
Oh my God.
I looked back
I remember this
and there was shit all over the toilet. And I was like, nah, that wasn't me. I just went to throw up. No.
So you got stitched up with another person's pooper.
Stitched up, and there's one person in that party who actually did it, who just never fessed up. And that story stuck with me for years.
Amazing.
Foxy shat on the toilet.
Do you reckon it was the person who said it? Do you remember who the person was?
Probably.
Because they were waiting for someone because they didn't want to.
I've got to get revenge. I don't think I just realized that this story has been affecting me a little bit more.
Can I tell you about a long-term revenge story I have? It's really PG, but it's really good. Okay. So because we're wise volunteers, we collect flowers, grevilleas, bottle brushes off of trees, right? And bring them back, bunch them up, put them in the bird cage for the birds. This one time I pulled over to this bottle brush tree at a place a couple of blocks away. And as I was kind of taking a couple of bottle brushes out, this guy in the house, like next to the street where the bottle brush was on the street, comes out and starts hurling abuse at me because I was picking off a couple of bottle brush flowers. And I went to try to explain to him, oh, dude, I'm just a wires volunteer. I'm just grabbing a couple for my birds at home.
And was it on the front in the
It was on the street. It's not, it's public property.
Yeah.
Public property. He starts flipping his fucking
bird.
And I'm like, I went to engage and then I was like, oh, you know what? I'm not wasting my positive energy on this fucking douchebag. So I just turned around and got in the car and drove off. But it stuck with me. And I was like, this guy is just asking for it.
Yeah.
So now, sometimes at night, really late.
I'm in your head.
I'm in your bush. I walk to the bush with D, or if I'm driving home late, I pull up around the corner, pitch black. I get out and I go over to that exact bush, midnight, 1 a.m. I don't give a fuck. And I steal as many bottle brushes off that tree. And if that guy thinks that tree is going to grow in bigger anytime soon,
it ain't.
Big mistake. Huge.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best kind of revenge. That low key, like not offending or hurting anyone, but it's a slow burn and he'll have no idea.
Yeah.
But it's stuck with me.
He'll just watch it wither away
now in a really lovely way by stealing his flowers.
I get a bit scared of stealing the lavender outside my neighbour's yard. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't take too
I feel like it's not kosher.
It's a bit presumptuous.
Yeah.
If it's in their yard and it's overflowing, it's questionable.
Leave it.
It's unless it's really overgrowing and you can duck and pinch and go.
Yeah.
But I'm telling ya, that moment stuck with me, and ever since I always am very careful with where I steal my flowers for my birds from. Public parks, property, I am all over that going num 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 num.
I take flowers just for my just for the table. Is that bad? That's not.
I don't know,
because it's not really doing any good, is it? It's very self-serving.
Sometimes
it's for me.
Some plants react well when you break a bit off. They go, oh, cool, and I'll double.
Hello.
So sometimes you're actually doing a good thing.
Yeah, true.
you know.
Yeah. Where do you reckon the best place to get scones is?
Well, lately it's been our place because Katie Mams whips up a pretty epic batch. But
You've been making some scones, have you, mate?
yeah, scones and sponge cake are where my life is when it comes to cakery, with jam and cream, strawberries, fresh berries. Oh. That's life to me. I don't need anything more. And you can make a lot of that yourself, which is fun. So, yeah. I
really like scones.
I love a scone.
I do.
I don't
do too.
like things in my scone. Like, I don't want you to put nuts and
best place
chocolate and blueberries. I mean, I'll have it. I'm not knocking you, but there's things that don't need to be. Like, Kate started making like savory muffins, and they're good. Don't get me wrong. Then they're really nice for a savory muffin. But to me, my entire life
has been
you don't buy a savory muffin, chocolate chip. You buy a blueberry.
Yeah,
it's a sweetish kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a hard one to wrap your head around. Think of it more
tough.
like a like an omelette.
See, I have a bit of a beef with the omelette too.
Because the
sometimes the
what's your favourite eggs?
Well, that's a good question. I like eggs always, but the problem with the omelette is like there's a lot of inconsistency. It's like Vegemite on toast. You can really fuck an omelette.
Yeah.
So I like to control my own omelettes, really.
Okay.
And quiche, like egg-based dishes, like quiches and anything like I don't know, give me some more. I don't like them, so I avoid them. What are the other things that the pastry egg-based dishes that are not sweet? More like
like tarts.
No, not tarts. I'm talking like people that put spinach and all the egg. You know,
I'm
all right, but I'm not eating that the next day. I'm not
okay.
eating that 2 days later. That's a fresh meal for me. I'll eat most foods. Quiche.
I'm not a fan of quiche.
I just can't. Like I don't.
It's a lazy
out
meal.
And buy quiche. Like when you walk into a bakery or like a place that does like, you know, Burke Street or whatever, some fancy little place, if you scan all the things in the place, there's always more quiche left over than anything else. I'm telling you, it's a non-thing. It's like, oh, fuck, we've got too many eggs today and there's some spinach and there's some filet pastry.
That's why I make some quiche.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking you if you like quiche. I'm just saying quiche is a terrible thing.
It is one of those.
There's some other ones too. What are the other? Kate? Frittata!
Oh! That's the what we couldn't think of.
Frittata! Oh! No!
Can we
Frittata
we just pause for a moment? Kate must have been keeping that on the tip of her tongue for a while, overhearing our conversation.
You got any other ones for me?
Fritters. I hate ordering fritters at breakfast. You always regret ordering corn fritters.
Now, I don't hate a corn fritter in a big breakfast when it's everything else in there. But
breakfast
just like
is too complicated. Just give me some toast.
No, I can't get
Shut up.
I'm a simple girl.
Honestly, I get so overwhelmed with breakfast at the moment. Maybe this is just where I'm at in life, but breakfast is just not.
No. Everyone's trying to outdo each other. They've got to have this elaborate thing on the bloody menu, and you know what was very simple.
I just want a bagel with cream cheese, and maybe a bit of salmon.
Okay,
simple.
See, I don't think that people would necessarily think that's simple. Smoked salmon on a bagel.
I mean, we can't really agree on anything.
No, that's true. Let's just face it. Once we get around the idea that we don't agree on everything.
If you could only eat baked beans or avocados for the rest of your life, what would you do?
That's it.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
Do I get that with toast? Or it's just like there's an avocado, there's baked beans.
Yeah. You can have the baked beans heated up though.
Oh, that's a plot twist.
Yeah.
That makes things very difficult because I was like, the avocado is going to be better for you.
Yeah.
Long term.
But
it's not as
nummy warm to baked bean.
Can I make guac? I can have the avo.
No, you can't mash the avo.
I can't mash the avo. What is this? What the hell is this? This sounds awful. Those are the only two options you have. Desert island shit.
You can't mash the avo, but you can warm the baked beans.
How are you warming those beans up?
Let's say like on a gas stove.
Oh, so I have a gas stove if I have my baked beans. So, but I can't do anything else with the gas stove but baked beans. However, if I have the avocado, I do not get a mortar pestle. I do not get anything that might...
No, you don't even get a fork.
Oh.
What would you do?
Oh, I'm just going to probably go with the baked beans then.
Really?
Yeah. At least you'll always know who's farting.
Yeah.
That'll be me.
I won't need the gas vision.
You won't need the gas vision. That's tough and terrible at the same time. I'd probably rather not choose either and starve to death. But because the thing is they're together. Even if you only were like you can only have that for the rest of the life. Oh well, that's healthy. There's a fine line.
Yeah,
there's a bit of something in both there.
Healthy, bit of A, bit
Oh
of
God,
B.
you've got to go the avo, don't you?
Oh my gosh, bit of A, bit of B.
Avo and beans.
Sorry.
That was well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, take a bow. Take a bow.
Clap for me.
They thought that was. Remember canned laughter?
I don't like sympathy laughter. Can we talk about sympathy laughter?
Do you want to talk about the history of canned laughter?
Yeah, go on.
All right, ready?
Seinfeld?
The last show to have canned laughter
Friends.
in it. Nope. Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. The last of its kind. Because they faded the canned laughter out probably when reality TV started to kick in because it just didn't make sense anymore. Think about how many... I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. There's so many shows from the 80s and 90s that were like non-shows like Dharma and Greg and all these kind of things that were like a highlighted thing. Well, Roseanne was probably okay at the time. It did not go well the second time. It did not age well. But, like Fuller House. Oh, terrible. In the bin. Get out with that. But, back in the day, they had a lot of canned laughter because apparently you were stupid.
Do you reckon sitcoms... What defines a sitcom?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Like canned laughter, isn't it?
Well, probably up until that point, but I think How I Met Your Mother did it. No, they've got canned laughter in there too. That was the same time as Big Bang.
Because when I think of sitcom, I think of canned laughter.
Yeah. A sitcom would be a series show that doesn't necessarily have an overall storyline, but a couple of fixed characters and... a group of friends. It's always a group of 4 to 6.
Sitcoms originated in radio.
Yeah, right.
But today I found mostly on television as one of its dominant narrative. Oh, Schitt's Creek is like a sitcom.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Does that have canned laughter?
No, it doesn't. But I wanted an example of a sitcom in like
modern day. Yeah. No, there's a couple of them.
Schitt's Creek is such a good show. Have you watched that yet?
I couldn't get through the first few episodes because I just didn't laugh enough for what people had told me how good it was. But I understand that that's on me. But I've done, I couldn't finish Community, to be honest.
Really?
Couldn't
but
get through the end
there's
of it.
like 8 seasons of
Yeah,
that.
but it just got too much.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like it got ridiculous. Like there's a whole...
That budget was too much.
Nah, it was sick though.
It was epic.
What about like the paintball?
Well, I think, doesn't Donald Glover leave? I think his character leaves and Chevy Chase leaves and they kind of replace them.
Chevy Chase, and Dan Harmon had like a lot of beef, supposedly.
Oh.
Because Chevy Chase didn't want to play like the classic white older male, bit racist, like, and they kind of went head to head on.
But he's been doing it so well for 40 years.
Well, I know, and I think that's why he
finally
started
pulled
to
the
get,
trigger on being stereotyped.
And they've had a wee diva moment, but hey.
I think, yeah.
Anyway, I loved Schitt's Creek, but that's just, you know what? I kind of skimmed over the first season as well, just like not really paying too much attention. Then I started to dive in a bit more in the second season. And then once I finished the third, I think, there's 2 or 3 seasons. I think there's 3. But there's this episode at the end where it explains the whole making of Schitt's Creek and how Dan Levy and Eugene Levy are like actually fathered son, and how the fashion was really important, how Moira becomes like a gay icon because of her fashion and outfits. And that's when I was like, oh my God.
You realise the depth.
And how much work and how how significant it is to have like, like pansexual gay characters on TV and not actually stereotyping them as pansexual. Like they just are.
Right.
It's
that's
normalized.
definitely a way that TV's been moved into, hasn't it? There were heightened versions of that. Maybe like Modern Family has probably a heightened version with the gay uncles and a couple
it's just
other
like,
things. But you are seeing a transition in things being
like
a little bit more like,
more
that's not the butt of the joke anymore.
Yeah.
It
just is.
It just is.
Is.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
There's a lot more acceptance on that front.
And also I liked the whole premise of how it's like a high socioeconomic family that loses all their money and has to start again.
Great story. Yeah, we love that one.
Classic. Anyway.
No, look, that was good banter, and we are definitely 25 minis into this puppy. So we bid you adieu.
Thanks for listening.
Subscribe if you want. Unsubscribe if you want. We don't really mind. We'll keep doing this regardless. Catch you next time.
Bye.